Hello. Hi. How's life? How's everything? Wellness check, episode I think 8. Today we're gonna talk about heartbreaks. I know that heartbreaks are something that we're all dealing with, especially that I think this is the last episode of 2023. Next year is coming. We want to start 2024 with a better mentality and to let go of our demons as much as we can. That's why today we're going to talk about heartbreaks in the way that I have made peace with them. I'm going to share with you how I think of heartbreaks and what I do to deal with them. Because I've had my fair share of heartbreaks. And believe it or not, part of dealing with them is accepting them, is accepting your part in them. If you got heartbroken by someone or something, most of the time you let them. That happened because you let it happen. But let's not be in this self-slaying approach, but let's think about it from a more logical and actually effective standpoint. What is a heartbreak? Mainly when we think of a heartbreak, we think of something that we really wanted, we really loved, we were really serious with it. We wanted it with our whole existence, but it didn't happen. Whether it's a job you really invested yourself in, but you got fired later, or it was so toxic that you had to quit. Whether it's a degree you worked so hard to get, but you didn't. An opportunity that never happened. Friends that betrayed you. A love that broke your heart. Someone who broke your heart, or something that broke your heart. For instance, one of the worst heartbreaks I've ever had nothing to do with people. It had everything to do with me and my relationship with success. And when I was 21 to 22, I wanted to launch a fashion business, a fashion line, and I learned everything that I needed to learn related to sewing. I worked so hard to get funding. I remember that I was broke, but I would keep walking, and I would walk so that I can have money to buy threads and to buy fabrics. I would starve sometimes, and starve because I live with my dad, so I'm never starving, thank God. But I wouldn't get myself that thing that I want just because I want to buy this new sewing thing that I need for my collection, or this tool, this whatever. And I remember that when I just realized that I couldn't do it. I didn't have the funding, I didn't have enough experience, and it wasn't the right time. I had to focus on my master's degree, and I had to focus on the things that I have already started. And I remember how heartbreaking that was. Like, for instance, I couldn't open my sewing machine for 3 years. That's how devastating it was. That's how heartbreaking it was. I cried for days, for weeks, for months just because of that, because I felt so weak. I felt like I couldn't fulfill a dream that I have. I felt like I betrayed myself. And at the same time, I had a lot going on. I had to start working to get experience in marketing. I had to finish my degree from business school and then start a PhD. And I had to do a lot of things. And I remember how I felt so resentful towards fashion industry at some point, because I thought it's not mine, I couldn't have it. It's like when you have a wound and you can't have anyone touch any close to it, and it's very inflamed. That's how it felt for 3 years. It needed 3 years for me to only think again about making something related to fashion and content, even fashion content, as in the idea and styling and everything. I couldn't. I felt like I wasn't good enough for it. I don't know. I started overthinking things and spiraling. Same for ads, for instance, because lately I worked in the marketing domain, and I was faced with a lot of disappointments when it comes to the people working in the domain. when it comes to the practices, when it comes to how people view things and how I do. And it was heartbreaking. And when I came back here home, I was so stressed, and I thought to myself, maybe I'm not that good, maybe I'm not that strong, maybe. And most of the time, heartbreaks break you. They don't break your heart, they break your will. And that's what we say. We think we say, oh, you broke my heart. No, you didn't break my heart, because my heart is always there. It's not, but you break my will. If somebody promised you a life together, if somebody promised you a relationship, a marriage, a good life, a family, and that's what you really want, and you connect and you feel safe with them, and one day they just disappear. The problem is, it's not that they broke your heart, they broke your spirit. And there is a huge difference, because the spirit is, because you don't risk with your heart, you don't imagine with your heart, you imagine and believe with other parts of you, mostly your soul. When somebody breaks your heart, or somebody leaves you or betrays you, they're breaking your soul. That's why I see a lot of girls on TikTok saying, oh, he broke my heart so badly that my relationship with God grew stronger. Actually, that happened. Why? Because simply this person broke your spirit, and they broke your soul. And because you're in your education and your background, soul means God, soul means belief. I have to go to God. And some other people, it's the opposite. A lot of people would lose complete faith in their creator and in whatever they believe in. When somebody breaks your heart, they break your belief system. That's the problem. And not just people. Whenever you're heartbroken, it's not, because a lot of people think, because that has a lot to do with fixing the situation, with mending your broken heart. You're not mending your broken heart, you're reinstalling your belief system and reshaping it. It's like you have a broken bone, and it's either you heal it correctly and you get a cast and you heal it correctly, exactly how it was, or you let it heal as it is. It can heal with huge problems. That's what happens to a lot of people, because afterwards you are going to heal anyway. You are going to heal, because that's how life goes. But it is either you're going to heal correctly, you're going to heal exactly how you were, or even better, or you're going to heal wrong. And you're going to say, for instance, all men are the same, they're horrible, all women are hoes, all men are cheaters, or all bosses are disrespectful, or all universities are useless, and all degrees are horrible, and whatever you say, it's just gonna be the same thing. You're just gonna heal out of hate, and healing out of hate is bad. It's so bad for you and for everyone around you. And at some point you're like, I'm healing, I'm focusing on myself, I'm becoming a better person. You're becoming a better person? Really? You're becoming, because the definition of becoming a better person sometimes to a lot of people is just growing cold. Really? Is that what you want to be? Do you really hate yourself before the heartbreak, that you really want a different version? Because a lot of us think that, oh, that, and I see all of these trends on TikTok with, oh, I missed the girl you were, I got it, that bitch from the inside out. Good, but don't you miss her? Or don't you miss him? This version of you that was able to love, that was able to believe in things, that was able to work so hard. I'm not kidding. I spent a whole year bringing her back. And you have no idea about all of the nights I cried, all the walks, all the heartbreak that I had to go through just to bring her back. The girl who believes. And I'm still struggling with some parts because I can't fix some other parts alone, or now I still need time, and I'm working on it, and I'm hoping God is gonna help me. But trust me, at least I am finding bits of peace, because I see all of those people saying I'm becoming a better person, and they're just enclosing, and they're just isolating themselves. You're not healing, you're just isolating. If you think that healing is talking to no one, having no conflicts, that's horrible. That's just going to make you weak. Because the day you will have to deal with life, you're gonna crumble and fall. Think about it. Just think about it. Because resilience or strength is not having problems. It is having problems, preventing them, and fixing them. And if you're just avoiding life, you are just avoiding life. Don't come to me and cry about it later. Don't be like, why are all these people in better places? People my age are doing great things. People my age are doing perfect things. They're married. They have great children. They're good parents. She was a hoe 10 years ago. She was a horrible girl. She was dating everyone around. She was, I don't know what. Now she's a good mother? That's not fair. He was a crackhead 10 years ago. He was jobless. He didn't have money. Now he has money and he's educated and he's doing a PhD and he's a good father and his parents love him and I am here not doing anything. Well, that's for a reason, because they took their heartbreaks and they do it the wrong way. No, because they took their heartbreaks and they healed correctly. They endured the pain of a cast. They endured the pain of the hard way. If you always take the easy way, the simple way, the coddling way, oh, honey, you're the best. We're just gonna isolate you from the world. Nobody hurts you. Do you think that's the right way? You're gonna live a life of irony that everybody sees but you. I guess that's all about heartbreak, as far as I am concerned. Thank you so much for watching. I just don't want to keep talking in spirals. I think that I made my point clear. See you in the next episode. I love you guys so much. I'm so happy every time somebody sends me a DM on Instagram telling me that my videos make you feel better. I'm so happy. This helps my journey. And I'm just proud of it. Take it from me. Life is hard, but that's the beauty in it. And that's why we're not brainless mammals. We have brains and we have souls. And that's what they are for. To endure this and make it better. Thank you so much. Love you. Have a good day.